Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what really makes a small business valuable. Forget gut feelings, forget all the glamour, we're diving straight into the hard data from thousands of business sales in 2025 to figure out what the smart money is actually looking for.
So let's just start with a question. If you had to pick, what do you think is a better investment? A really beautiful, glamorous winery, with all that romantic appeal? Or just a simple, everyday car wash? The answer is probably not what you're thinking. And believe me, it reveals a huge secret about how to value a business, whether you're buying or selling.
Okay, before we can really dig into the numbers, there's one key term we all need to get on the same page about: the cash flow multiple. The easiest way to think of it is like this. It's the price tag for every single dollar of profit a business makes. So a higher multiple just means that buyers are willing to pay a real premium for that profit. It's kind of the ultimate measure of how good an investment is.
All right, let's dive right in. We're going to start with the number that always gets everyone's attention first, the sale price. So which businesses are playing in the big leagues, commanding those million-dollar-plus price tags?
Get ready for this. The median sale price for the single most expensive category of business last year sold for a whopping $4.3 million. I mean, that is a serious investment. So what in the world could it be?
And here we go. Take a look at this list. Right at the very top, you've got energy and petroleum production. That's followed by rubber and plastic manufacturers, and then chemical manufacturers. See a pattern here? These are not the trendy tech startups or the fancy restaurants you might have guessed. Nope, these are heavy-duty industrial businesses. Big assets, big operations, and yeah, really big price tags.
But a high price tag isn't the whole story. Not even close. You could actually argue it's not the most important part. See, how quickly a business sells, now that's a powerful signal for what's really in high demand. It tells you exactly where the buyers are lining up. And would you look at the huge difference this chart shows us? I mean, it's night and day. On one end, you've got junkyards, which, according to the data, sit on the market for a median of over 3 years. 3 years! Now compare that to a gas station on the other end, which gets snapped up in just 75 days. That speed tells you something absolutely crucial about how desirable that business model is.
So the real takeaway here is that speed, it reveals a totally different kind of value than just the price alone. It's a direct signal of demand. It shows that buyers want a business they can just step right into with confidence, and they want it now. Okay, now it's time to get to the most important metric of all. This is where we see how true value is really built. This is where we come back to that cash flow multiple we talked about earlier. And this, my friends, is where the smart money is really made. It's easy to romanticize certain businesses. We think about owning a buzzing restaurant or a beautiful winery or some cool little cafe. We see the lifestyle, right? The excitement, the part that's facing the public.
But the data tells us a completely different story. It shows us that seasoned investors, they look right past all of that stuff. They are absolutely laser-focused on one thing, and that's the quality and the reliability of the profit. They want that predictable, steady cash flow they can count on year in and year out.
And this slide says everything. Remember that winery versus car wash question from the beginning? Well, here is the data-driven answer. A restaurant's profit is valued at a 2.26 multiple. But just look at the car wash, a multiple of 4.73. That means buyers are willing to pay more than double for every single dollar of profit a car wash generates. And why? It all comes down to one word: predictability. And when we look at the top of the list for the highest cash flow multiples, the pattern just gets clearer and clearer. The most sought-after profits come from marinas, from rubber and plastic manufacturers, and hey, there's our friend the car wash again. These are businesses with real, tangible assets, loyal customer bases, and steady, predictable income streams. In the world of investing, that kind of predictability is pure gold. That's what buyers are paying a premium for.
So we've looked at all this data. What does this actually mean for you? What are the key lessons you should really walk away with?
It really just boils down to 3 simple rules. So rule number 1, look beyond that shiny price tag. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's a great investment. Rule number 2, pay attention to speed. How fast a business sells is a massive signal of its real demand in the market. And rule number 3, and this might be the most important one, remember that in investing, boring is often beautiful. The data proves it. The most valuable profits often come from those unglamorous businesses that just make the world go round.
This data, it really challenges us to see the world a little differently, doesn't it? to look past the surface and really understand the mechanics of what makes a business a fantastic investment. So the next time you drive past a laundromat, or a car wash, or some small local manufacturer, you'll know the secret. You'll know about its hidden value. And it kind of makes you wonder, what other incredible opportunities are just hiding in plain sight all around us?